Hello, good morning, world. Good afternoon, good evening. How is everyone doing? Sorry about my scrappy voice. I had a super busy weekend working at the big London Tattoo Convention, which was Saturday and Sunday, full on and full of readings and beautiful conversations. I had to take one day off, which was yesterday, before I make this recording, and I was looking forward to have this conversation today because we have very important super full moon coming next week, which is also partial lunar eclipse, and I will be talking deeper into it as we go. We have presence of Zen at the back. You can see him. And yeah, it's getting colder here. Cats are spending more time inside now. But we're hoping for Indian summer. So let's start with the cards we have on the table, and I will be talking about what's coming up next week as well. There are three major arcana, big energy, big influence, important phases in our lives. First one is let's start from here. We have the energy of Libra, the Justice card. Moderation, balance, things falling into the right place. We have that karma moment and somehow like clearing the energy, getting the answers. We are in a Virgo season now, and there is that theme of purification. What is that we are leaving behind? What are the habits that we are changing? What is it you would like to take with you in a Libra season? Because it is the sign of harmony, healthy connections, healthy relationships. So anything that it's not in line with this, it's probably going to be highlighted with the full moon that is coming, and there will be release of certain energies, ready or not. So when we talk about eclipses and what happens with when eclipses are happening, whatever we have to deal with, whatever has to be released, this is the time of culmination. This is the time when things are coming up under the surface, situations that we might have been ignoring for a certain period of time. And in order to go forward and continue the journey in a lighter way and more true to your path, there is that clearance that is happening during this period. So the next major arcana card is the energy of Scorpio, the Death card, one of the most misunderstood cards in tarot. And I do understand, obviously, when you see the imagery, you might be a little bit like, what's going on there? But it's a very, very potent energy, and it's the one that we go through many, many times through this lifetime and previous lifetimes, and what life is about as well. So we have the theme of rebirth, change and transformation. The changes are usually happening within us first, and then you start seeing them in your actual world. It's like shedding the old skin and getting the new feathers on and starting with a fresh new energy in a way. This is organic change and a shift. It's not forced. It's not a surprise. It's that moment when you know that you are ready for the next phase. When you also if you feel different about yourself and you're realigning in a way. It is the card number 13. 13 is extremely important number that is misused quite a lot, as many other things when it comes to the shadow work and tools we use for that. This Friday, we'll be having the Friday the 13th, which is quite important. So talking about the number 13, we have 13 moons, full moons in a year, and all those changes and energies and shifts that are happening with the full moons are super important for us, us being aware of that or not. So it's like really looking into the deeper meaning and deeper understanding of all those symbols. The next card is the card of Cancer. It's the Chariot, the movement, the success going forward. I was talking about the shadow side, and you can see in this particular illustration, you have that darker figure on one side and the brighter one on the other. Obviously, the Chariot is in the center, and he's very much in control of how to work with both of these, the light and the darkness. He's surrounded with those stars. There is even like a massive star above his head, which is the vision. Obviously, 2 moons on each side of his shoulders, that connection to intuition and so on. So the symbolism of this particular card is quite deep and important. Very much influenced by the moon energy and the moon cycle, Cancer being ruled by the moon. So we have that theme of movement, we have that theme of momentum, things going forward, things shifting, even though we are sort of going into the darker part of the year, as we call it. But it is that deep inner journey, spiritual journey is going forward. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that physical sense. The other energies on the table, I have 2 cards that are in the sign of Pentacles, so represented by symbol of Pentacles. The one on the top of the reading is the 6 of Pentacles, which is very much about being in a place to share and give and show up for others, but also finding that balance and knowing when to receive. It's interesting that we have the symbol of scale showing up in both of these cards, in the Libra card and in the 6 of Pentacles, which is very much about the fairness. And this is something I think that this world needs more of going forward and with what's happening. With the 2 of Pentacles energy, there is the opportunity of growth, and there is the opportunity of juggling between 2 or 3 or more things. I love how this particular card is represented in this tarot deck. We have that older lady that represents the wisdom, the knowledge, and we have that the other figure, feminine figure, which is representing more like the shadow side almost, or the younger version, or so it's like a different energy in a way. And the lady that's like in the middle is balancing these 2, and she's creating that infinity symbol, which is all about the wider picture, previous experiences, where we are now, where we are heading, and really having that approach or looking at the wider angle. Also, like opportunities coming in. It's a beautiful meaning and a beautiful card. It is the minor arcana energy as well. There is another number 2 that is showing up. Here we have the 2 of Wands. Where do I take my action next? Where do I focus next? Creating the world you want to create for yourself, allowing yourself time to understand what is it that you're creating, and knowing that you have option, knowing that you have time to make your choice and decide where you want to go next as well. The last card I'll be talking about is the Knight of Wands, strong energy of Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. There is a bit of fire too. What is quite interesting with this full moon, and let's talk for a second a little bit deeper about what we have coming in, and we probably can already feel those energies, and the peak obviously will be the 17th, 18th of September, which is my solar return, funnily enough, on the 17th. And I'm looking forward to it, and somehow I feel that I've never been in a better place in my life, and I feel free to say that. And the other interesting fact is that energetically what's happening now is very much related to what you have been going through in mid-September, 16th of September 2016, because this was the last time we had this lunation and the energies in this way. For me personally, this is the exact time when tarot came into my life in a very random way and completely shifted my approach to this 3D level connection to myself and connection to that spiritual side, and the 5D, if you wish, if you want to call it that way. So I can really see how I have changed and how the whole journey of these past 8 years changed my connection to the physical and myself as well in a very different way. I can definitely relate to that scorpionic breakthrough energy, rebirth energy, talking about that phase. And the only reason I'm sharing this is like for you to understand how we can imply all of this I'm talking about into our actual lives and how we can try and find the links and connections there. So Virgo is a mutable earth and the sun is in the sign of Virgo. Pisces is mutable water sign. So these are the signs, zodiac, that will feel this energy the most. Also Sagittarius being mutable fire and Gemini being mutable air. There is that theme of becoming like flexible and absorbing in a different way the energies that are around us and the events that are there around us. Both Virgo and Pisces are very much connected to and relating to a health. You know, Virgo being a purity, that purification I was talking about, a sign of service as well. So I guess this is where that Six of Pentacles energy comes in, and also the Cancer being also that empathic energy as well. So it's really how we use those. And then talking about the Pisces, the depth, the intuition, the dreams, the vision. It's a beautiful energy work, even though those two signs, Virgo and Pisces, are two opposites, and they create the axis, what is called in astrology. I read something earlier today that really got stuck in my mind, and I'll probably put that as a title in this video, and it says, have you received the dream I've sent you? It's always like, you know, how nowadays you have you seen the email I sent you in this like physical reality? But now like we are going deeper, we are going into that beautiful Piscean energy. So, you know, the conversation is shifting just to understand as well how that works. So, the last card I'm going to talk about is from my numerology deck, and every now and then I feel drawn to it. The cards we got for this conversation is card number 71, 718 portal, the importance of number 8, importance of number 1 and 7 together, 17th being the day when we will have the culmination of the energy I'm talking about, the full moon in Pisces. The health is the theme through both of these zodiac signs. As I said, the Virgo and then Piscean energy as well. Piscean energy is more the one that can create all those more challenging sides of health and understanding where you have to change certain habits, where you have to align more with what body is telling you, what your mind is telling you, which is very, very important. Often we forget how that mental health can affect our physical health, and so on and so on. So I'll probably leave you with this message. I'm wishing you all a happy full moon, and the end of Virgo season, starting the autumn equinox as well, which is that breaking point in the year when the energies are fully shifting into more like autumn and winter season. And I will be sharing more about my past events and my upcoming events on my Instagram account, my social media, Marvelon Arts page on Facebook, if you're there. Please leave a comment, share a like if this is something that you're interested in. If you have any questions, I would be very happy to answer those. And I hope you enjoy the weekend coming, Friday the 13th, and the full moon next week. Love to all. Bye for now.